Good morning, everybody. Sponge Daddy Hawk coming at you from the Hawks area, counting my blessings, naming them one by one. Originally, this series, I was going to post every day something that is a blessing in my life. There are so many health problems I could focus on, including the fact that unless I get treatments, I'm going to die pretty soon. But I would rather focus on the things that in my life that I consider a blessing. Originally, it was going to be done every day, but as I learned when I tried to have a career, my health, physical and mental health, sometimes interferes with all of that, so I just accept it. But I do intend to post 365 of these videos showing one thing every day, something different that I consider a blessing in my life. A couple of videos ago, I did part one of what I consider my faith. I explained my epiphany moment, and I promised you I would expand on that more, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Those of you that are on my Facebook can go to my notes and read the 3 following things that will help give you an understanding. And I didn't write these, I did edit them a little bit just to share them. One is the Native American Code of Ethics, one is the Native American 10 Commandments, and the other is the Red Road. And they are all tenets of Native American spirituality. So I'm just going to share with you a little bit what my faith is. If you're not into it, you can just close out the video and go on. But my faith is, the huge difference is, I do believe in Jesus of Nazareth, do not get me wrong on that, okay? But my big difference is I believe animals and everything that is created is equal to us, okay? That is it. I am not superior to anyone or anything. Where we run into problems is when we think we're better than others, and that somehow gives us a sense of entitlement. And we have forgotten along the way, because of that sense, we have forgotten along the way how to empathize, to understand the pain of others, and that has led to more problems, hasn't it? We have to search for an understanding and realize that part of my belief is if I hurt someone else, eventually it's going to hurt me in some fashion. And I think you all have heard of the butterfly effect, and yes, if we harm someone or something, eventually it will come back to bite us in the ass, doesn't it? It always does. So we're all equal and we're all interconnected like that. I share with you every day the elders' meditations and my prayers. It is important to me to rise with the sun every day if I can. I do better when I do, physically and mentally. But it's also important that I have my time to pray in the morning, so I make myself get up early. And unfortunately, others do not respect that, always. It's very difficult when I first wake up. If I don't have my morning prayers, it ruins my whole day. But if I have my morning prayers, it helps. And it's not deep meditative prayer in the morning, it's just giving thanks for another day and asking for guidance for that day. I ask my Creator, tell me what you want from me today. Show me what you want me to do. And most of the time I do somehow get a sense of what I need to do that day in those prayers. Wish people respected that more, but they do not. A lot of times I open my eyes, if they're awake before me, the first thing they do is start telling me all of the stuff they want to complain about or all the things that went wrong. And it's like, come on, really? Can I just have a few minutes? But it just goes to the selfishness of people and not realizing others have needs. I do at times do what I call going to the mountain, which is a deep meditative prayer I put on my Native Tunes playlist from my YouTube. And I send up sacred smoke to set the mood. And the reason Native Americans burn the smoke is it carries our prayers aloft to the Creator. That's the function of it. And my spirit is funny. My animal spirit, they told me long ago, was the hawk. And the hawk is the messenger between the Great Spirit and us as humans. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I am some kind of messiah or prophet or guru or anything. But I do sometimes in my deep meditative prayers get visions that I'm told to share to help improve the lives of others. And I think those of you that have known me for a long time have seen sometimes I get really great things in those visions that I need to share. And they do help. But that is my faith system in a nutshell. It's, you can take Jesus's his one commandment, the 11th commandment, as people say, love thy neighbor as thyself. And that's what it all boils down to, except for me, it's love everything as I love myself. Realizing that all things are equal and nothing is there for me to abuse and use up and throw away. It may sound overly simplistic, but that's the truth. I give thanks for the food on my table because someone sacrificed to put it there. Uh, my core belief system comes down to three things: faith, integrity, sense of humor. And I'll expound on that later. But I would be nothing without my faith. And faith is different from religion, okay? I know I have a lot of atheist friends, and I respect your right to not believe in anything. But please respect my right to believe. Do not get on my feeds and mock me. When I'm posting something positive, do not mock my faith. I do not mock your atheism. Do not mock my faith. I ask that from you, and I insist from it from you. And I will delete your posts on my... If you post anything on my timeline that criticizes my faith, I will delete your post and maybe delete you. I respect your right to not believe, or I respect your right to believe in your form of religion. Okay, faith and religion are different things. And one thing I've watched, or if you're a student of history, is faith is wonderful, but religion, oh my goodness, look at all the things that have gone wrong and how much harm people have done in the name of religion, because their religion is right, therefore they think they're right and nobody else can be right. So they have holy wars and things like that. And most of the reasons I have left churches in my life, the ones I have left are the ones that say they are the only right one. Okay? That is why. Because I refuse to believe that. And I also see the harm that it does. My goodness, if you live in Western Kentucky, you can still see this undercurrent of hate between Church of Christ people and Catholics. It's there. I mean, it's the older generation, but it is there. And it's ridiculous. It really is. That's not what it's supposed to be about. You know, the New Testament to me should be different. Some forms of the New Testament books will have the words attributed to Jesus in red. Okay, I call them the red words. And if you read only the red words of the New Testament and live your life only by the red words, it is a completely different system than what we have today. Churches have rules corrupted by human beings. They have nothing to do with what Jesus tells us to do they? But as my great friend Tim Scarborough once said in a post he had, you know, that too often people use religion as a hammer to criticize others, and that's not going to bring people around. So I am grateful for my faith because it gets me through so much. And I don't care if you believe in nothing. Have faith in something, even if it's just yourself. When you have belief in something besides yourself, it is so freeing. And when you have faith in yourself, it gives great power. But do not mock my faith, and I will not mock yours. I will respect your right to believe or not believe, whatever you choose. Yes, even Muslims. Okay? They have their right to believe. As an American, I have to respect that. First Amendment tells me I have to. But, you know, Native American religious practices weren't legal until 1978. You know, and I hear so many people talking about Christians being persecuted. Try not having a right to practice your religion freely for 400 or 500 years. Okay? And it wasn't until less than 40 years ago we were given total rights to practice however we choose. So please don't whine to me about it. Okay? You have no idea. Anyway, before I get on a soapbox, I am up and about today. It's very difficult. I'm having to hit the painkillers pretty hard, but I am up and about, and that I am so grateful for that. And Jamie bought stuff, and I'm hoping to make her some chicken fettuccine alfredo today, God willing. So I'm having to pace myself carefully. I'm having to hit them painkillers pretty hard. My arthritis is, for some reason, it's really worse today. And unfortunately, the Crohn's is active too. My guts are not doing well. One of the first things I did today was vomit. But you know, after I stood up from the toilet and looked out the window, there was the sun coming up, and it made it all okay. Because, you know what? Being sick, it means I got another day. Another day to spend with my family and with the people I love, and I would not give that up for anything. I will be sick all day long as I have time to share with you, my friends, and with my loving family, and find a way to serve you all, whether it's through these videos, through listening to you, talking to you through your problems, cooking a meal for my family. I am so thankful, no matter how sick I am, no matter how much I hurt, for another day, because it means I get more time with you all, and I love you all. We're not told that enough, are we? So I want you to realize that even in your pain, you are blessed. So remember, bad times are inevitable. Misery is optional. Just refuse to be miserable. Soar above the ordinary with the spirit of the hawk. Many blessings. Be